What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pete's Carport. Thanks for joining me again. And it is so hot, so sunny here in Tampa, Florida. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to be able to drive the new to the channel Mercedes 500 SL with the top down without fear of rain just coming pouring down. So I just picked this car up, and when I purchased it, the gentleman let me know that the cylinders had been leaking. He had taken them out and they had been damaged or whatever. And he showed me how to manually work the hardtop. I kind of thought I knew what he was showing me. And so I got back, I got excited. And finally, when I got the car working, I had my wife help me remove the hardtop. And I drove to work the next day. Ironically, it started to drizzle that day, and I had no idea how to pull the soft top out manually, and I kind of freaked out. I started using the buttons. I could hear fluid shooting, and basically inside of this little area here, fluid was just pouring into, and then eventually that fluid ran out, and I'll show you guys now on the screen how this looked before I cleaned it out. So basically the fluid ran out, and the motor started making all sorts of clicking noises, and I had no top. I got home, and my wife helped me put the hard top on, and it would not click into that area of the rear, and I kind of flipped. I thought, okay, I damaged the top. It's not going in because I thought I bent the basically these little prongs here that snap in. And I'm sure if you're watching this video and you're watching it to figure this out, some of you are either going through this or have gone through this. And basically what had happened to me was these, if you look here, this you cannot access until you open up the way that I have it. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that. So basically what happened to me was, if you look down in here, there's these little teeth that snag on. Somehow this side got pressed down and locked in, and I couldn't get it to align properly. So every time, I mean, I took the top off, put it back on so many times that I ended up, unfortunately, scratching it a little. And I'm going to let you guys know I am a huge fan of the hardtop. I love the way it looked. And I, from day one, thought it was going to weigh almost nothing because I watched the intro video to the 500 SL that Mercedes put out. And they showed an older woman and an older gentleman wearing, the woman was wearing a dress, for going out in, and the man was wearing like a suit and tie. And they took it off like it weighed like 20 pounds. And I was like, oh, that's going to be awesome. I can pull that thing off, put it back on. I was going to buy the storage rack and everything. And little did I know this thing weighs so much that my wife could barely help me with it. And we almost dropped it a few times. So today I set out to figure this out. And I found out that there is basically a safety release. So if you end up having an issue with the motor, you can not only pop this open, you can pull your manual top on and you can lock it in. And I knew about the lock-ins for the rear trunk area and for up here due to the fact that I had the hard top on and off, but I did not know you can fully open this. So that's where I kind of was like thinking I was screwed. I had to either get the whole hydraulic system fixed or figure out some way to access this cubby area. So let me go ahead, I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can pull out your soft top if you run into this issue. Then on another episode, we're going to basically repair all this, because this is just patchwork that they did. Unfortunately, these tops, along with almost every top out there, will start to either crack or deteriorate along these edges. And I looked at it closely and I figured out a way that I could make it look way better than it does, and from a distance not even be able to tell that it's got any sort of patchwork. So let's go ahead, I'm going to close this all up, and then I'm going to show you guys the process to pulling this top out manually, and also can be done with the hard top if you're planning on putting the hard top back on. Okay, so the top is all put away right now. And if you've got this car and it came with the toolkit, there's a really neat tool that comes with it that allows you to, it's got an Allen key like this on one end, and it's a long extended type wrench like this. So unfortunately, the guy who gave this to me didn't have that tool, but he did have the whole other tool set, and he kind of came up with using this. And this is a, so the part that actually works on it is a 7/16, but I just went ahead and did some testing, and 11mm is the perfect size for removing this top. Also, the Allen key is a 6mm based on what I was able to match it up to. So the first thing is, if you can put up your roll bar, that is going to make it a little bit easier. And the reason why is the first part that we're going to be taking off is this little thing right here. And you'll see here, I can just slide this on here and I'm going to pull it back, and you heard that little pop, and that's going to allow me now to pop this up. Now there's another one on the other side that I've already went ahead and undone. Now you're going to be able to manually pull that up like that, and now you can go ahead and pull your top out. Let me go around this side. So now we can actually lift up, and this is a one-man job, and we're going to be able to lift our top onto here. Okay, and let me show you guys this. So this is where your Allen key comes into play. The Allen key now is going to be inserted. So the Allen key is going to be inserted where you got your sun visor here. There's a little hole. You got to pull your sun visors off, and you're going to slide it in there. There's a little Allen key thing, and you're going to turn and pop it on. Now you've got to kind of pull down a little bit on the top and then turn that, and that's going to pop it in place. Okay, now once you get both sides clipped into place, we're going to step back here, and we're going to lift up on the top like that, and we're going to pull down this piece here. Now we're going to snap those back in the same way we unsnap them and clip them back in. Then we're going to pull this top down, and I'm going to show you guys the next step. I need both my hands to do this. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is clicking these back down. Now you want to put pressure here while turning it towards the front of the car, and you'll hear it pop into place. All right, we got it. And now that we got that, we can pull the top back down, and we're going to lay it like that. I'm going to come around to the back side for you guys. Okay, so now on the back side, I've got my trunk kind of pulled apart to make it easier for me, as you can see. Now, there's going to be two 11mm little notches, very similar to the ones that we just did. Let me see if I can get this up in there to show you. So right there, and basically what we're going to do is place our tool on that, and we're going to push. We're going to go up first to allow the top to kind of come down, and while you're doing that, you want to press down on this. So that's going to basically open up and allow you to press down. Let me show you guys how that works. I'm going to put this down here, so I can kind of get this with my finger and press up, and then you'll see the top will come down, and you want to kind of hold that down while you grab your tool. So we're going to go up, hold that, and then we're going to pull down. We're going to press down on this little notch here. Alright, so that's that. And you'll see that this kind of pulled down there nice and snug. I'm going to go ahead and get the other side now. Okay, now we've got all of them snapped into place. Now the way to test this is going to be to start your car. This should not be flashing. If it is, so if this is flashing, when you put it into reverse or drive and let up, it's going to beep, and it's going to beep like crazy while you're trying to drive. That's how you know something is not clicked into place, or something is wrong with one of the connections or something. So that's kind of like a warning. So now that we've got the top up, how do you get it down? That could be a difficult task also, especially if you're by yourself. I'm going to show you guys a couple of tricks I've learned. First off, make sure you've got your windows down or your doors open. So either way, this will work fine. This is where I struggled the most, is this front part. I say go ahead and grab yourself a rag or a shirt or something, because what's going to happen is you're going to release this side here, or the other side first. And you're gonna get it, and you gotta lift it up. Now it's just gonna snap back right into place if you don't wedge something in there. And that's gonna create a headache because you're gonna be going back and forth. So that's my little trick to getting the top off. I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to get the other side. And now you can see you can easily move the top back if you had the trunk and everything open. So that kind of shows you guys exactly how to manually do this if you run into an issue. But feel free to message me, guys. Feel free to contact me. Comment below. I'll give you my email address if you need to send me some photos or some information. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on repairing this top. We're going to be repairing the cylinders eventually. But for right now, I'm in Florida. I want to enjoy this top down. I don't want to spend any more money right now on fixing the cylinders, but I will be doing that once we go into the rainy season. I'll be throwing the hard top on during the rainy season. I absolutely love the way it looks, but this soft top is actually growing on me. So I'm excited to show you guys the next video where I can show you how to repair this, and hopefully you won't be able to see it. So I've come up with some ideas, and I can see how easily you can access those panels, and you can access into areas where you can seal those off and make them look very nice if you're not going to replace the top and you just want to get something to look good and not leak. All right, guys, so my name's Pete. This is Pete's Carport. I really hope this helps somebody out there. I wanted to show you guys how you can easily remove this top, use the soft top, because like me, I thought the hard top was going to work. As soon as it came, it got like 80 degrees the other day, and I'm like, I am driving around with our top off, and then it became a massive problem for me to have me and my wife try to put the hard top back on. And so I had to resort to this, and I hope this helped you guys out like it helped me. Have an awesome day, a blessed week, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That really helps me out. Have a great day, guys.